Dobre Dean subscribers. Today we are here with Zap Destroyer as our special guest. Yes. My co-host Trixov. I'm the host, it's Axel. This is the 100 Days to Eternal Night podcast. Lane, take it away on what this podcast is about.
This podcast is about different scenarios of the world ending and how it can happen or how it's caused, which is pretty much the same thing. So, I mean, that's all I know about what we're doing. What?
Talk a little louder. You're being a little quiet on the mic.
Oh, really?
We're all talking a little quiet. We
well.
Get louder. So, I probably should have gone over most of the scenarios of what we were going to talk about originally.
We can come up with those off the spot. Now, before we even start, if you guys like Lane or Zap Destroyer here more than you do like Rick Gold, then leave it down below. Leave it in the comments.
By the way, always make sure to subscribe to Voltage_Doses. Got to keep him from self-promoting because why not? So, I also want to thank you guys for reaching 38 subscribers. I know I've been thanking you guys a lot. If we can reach 50 subscribers by the end of July, I will do a special live stream for you on Siege.
This is going to be a normal live stream.
You shut up. Actually, it might be a live podcast that any of you can join in and share your thoughts.
Maybe he'll stream for longer than an hour this time.
Okay, you know what? I have 3-hour live streams, unlike you.
I have a 4-hour live stream.
One. My live streams total up to more than all your videos and live streams combined on YouTube.
I have more
That's
views.
why I'm 4 subscribers ahead of you.
I have more views.
Yeah, right.
This is why I'm 50 subscribers ahead of both of you. So
actually,
both of you get out of here.
You were at 102 and you dropped down to like 95.
It's because of you guys. I'm subbing.
Anyway,
you made fake channels for me.
So let me know what you think of the title, and as always, the thumbnail is the same as the background you're seeing in the video right now. Again, still working on the microphone issue. Just try and bear with me while I get the hang of this.
Hopefully this one's good.
Yeah. Okay, your mic doesn't pick up background noise as well as mine does.
Oh, what? Yes, it does.
Plus, I can't hear out of these headsets. I can just talk through them, which is actually just works perfectly. So, right. So, shall we jump right into the first scenario?
Yes.
Okay. You want to go with flooding then?
Flooding?
Yeah, like sea levels rising, taking over the land on the planet.
Yeah.
I guess there was a movie about that called 2012.
It was like, it's like a big hurricane or something that happened.
I think it was a gigantic storm.
I don't know if I'm following which movie you're talking about.
Okay. So I think it was back in the 90s or early 2000s. Someone made a prediction that the world was going to end in a flood in 2012. Mm-hmm. So in 2012, or I think it was either 1 year, it was like 2011 or something. Can you research when the movie 2012 came out?
Yes.
But anyway, the movie was called 2012, and basically it was exactly how the person predicted it. How the movie went was, I think it was a bunch of earthquakes, which caused gigantic sea level increasement.
Oh yeah.
And made the earth flood in total water. It was and someone made a meme about that saying, "Grow up, have kids, show the kids the movie 2012, tell them I survived that." Something like that, I don't know.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Yeah, that would totally work.
Imagine.
We have the power of our own kids to make them feel bad for us. Man. And then we have to deal with them being annoying.
Yes, as Trixoff said, if you enjoy Lane more than you enjoy Rick Gold, leave a like and comment down below what you think. I think
do me a great favor, boys.
I think Lane might be sticking with us with more podcasts than Donovan because
2009.
That's when the movie came out?
Yeah.
Seriously?
Well, that's a big hawk of crap. That movie should have come out in 2012.
Released 2012 was released in the cinemas November 13th, 2009 in Sweden, Canada, Denmark, Mexico, India, and the United States and Japan. According to the studio, the film could have been completed for a summer release, but they allowed more time for production.
Hey, don't read...
they should have released the movie in 2012. That would have been more perfect. That would have really scared people. I mean, like...
Oh, yeah.
No.
The world's ending in 2012. No.
It's like December 29th.
I have 3 years left to live. My kids haven't even gone to school yet. Man.
So, yeah, we've kind of like just been like here and there on the flooding topic. But,
yes.
I was supposed to ask a question at the beginning of this podcast, but I guess I completely forgot. I'm thinking about doing a question of the day. Well, question of this podcast, rather, for every podcast that I do. Leave me, if you follow me on Twitter or Instagram, DM me what question you would want me to ask.
Or just tweet at us.
Yeah. Tweet at Trixov, and for me, it's Axel YT no dash. Well, without the dash, but the word no dash.
There's
it's
no
in my,
C's in that.
It's
There's
on my
no
channel.
Z's.
There's no Z's. Yeah, voltage. There's no Z's. If you go to my about page on my YouTube, you can find my Twitter and my Instagram. So just tweet what the question of the day should be. This question of the day is: where do you see yourself in 20 years? Comment down below or tweet at TrickSolver at XXOYT. I'm not sure if Lane has a Twitter.
I don't have Twitter now.
Okay. Well.
Oh well.
Good luck getting a hold of him.
Comment section.
Comment section.
Comment in his comment section.
Yeah. Okay. So yeah. Flooding, I think, is what people consider the most basic way of the world to end.
Mm-hmm.
It would make sense, really.
Yeah. I mean, let's be honest here. Global warming is raising sea levels. Glaciers are already starting to melt up north. And, I mean, you've all heard...
Speaking of glaciers melting, the Titanic...
Okay, but that was back before global warming.
I'm saying the new Titanic.
That's true.
Our
Titanic
icebergs
2.
will finally melt.
I guess it will finally beat its maiden voyage.
I mean, what if Antarctica melted? Would it, like, flood the whole world?
Imagine.
Well,
Because
sea levels,
it's a
most
huge
under
continent.
sea level areas that aren't underwater yet would most likely go underwater.
Guys, we're surviving.
Well, we're in the central of...
We're surviving a flood longer than anybody else could.
Because we're in the central of the United States.
Exactly.
I don't know about you, but I'm going to find a long supply of oxygen. If the world starts flooding, I'm going to head to Mount Everest. Just saying. It's not technically the tallest mountain in the world, but on an elevation standpoint, it is up there.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah, flooding of the world. It's one of the most basic ways to think the world can end. But scientifically speaking, the world, if humans don't kill each other out or we stay peaceful for the next million years, the sun is supposed to expand, swallow Mercury first, then Venus, and then eventually Earth, and then all the hydrogen will run out, it'll collapse and become a white dwarf star.
Yeah. Wouldn't Earth be, like, destroyed?
You're gonna have to speak louder.
Wouldn't the Earth be destroyed, though?
Oh, it would be destroyed before the sun even collapsed it, because that would move the... Once the sun starts expanding, it would move the Earth out of the habitable zone, which is what
really?
allows life on Earth to live, like grass and plants and air and water and all that. And then, because if the sun expands, the habitable zone would move towards Mars. But the sun would eventually swallow Mars too, I think.
Yeah, because...
I think all the inner planets are going to swallow, and then once the sun becomes a white dwarf, the outer gas giants are just going to start spinning off into space.
Yeah.
Which they're already inhabitable as it stands, but you know.
So...
Okay. We've been recording for about 7 minutes.
You technically just
30
put another scenario in play there. The universe exploding, or the universe changing.
Yeah, but I mean, if you think of it from a... I'm not going to get religion in this because some people aren't, religious, and I'm not going to put religion in this podcast. But I'm pretty sure whatever your religion believes, believe in whatever your religion believes in. That's you. Anyway, yeah, space is another... See, space is one of the biggest places that could end the Earth. I mean, a gigantic comet could hit Earth and blow a piece of it into space, or alien invasion, or an alien pest starts taking over humans who become impossible to beat.
It's gonna be like a destroy all humans game here.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. But yeah, there's a lot of ways the planet could end, but I think we're going to stick to the most realistic ones, like, flooding, comets.
I have another one.
I mean, aliens could be possible. It's just that, it'd be pretty hard to believe that there'd be, like, an alien kind of a civilization that hasn't lived long, that just becomes intelligent, high advanced, and then they just move through the galaxy, because, like, as we know, we haven't seen any aliens in our
that the government
satellites
is
or
willing
anything.
to let us know.
Yeah.
The governments are the only one who are equipped enough to see aliens far light years away, and if they did share the fact that aliens are real, that would make some people unable to sleep at night.
Yeah.
Now, there are some government reports that aliens are real, but we don't know if they're real.
Believe them.
Yeah.
Well,
There's no facts yet. There's no evidence.
Mm-hmm.
Let me know what you think about aliens. If you think they're real, leave a like on this video. If you think they're not real, just say so in the comments. No dislike. Typically, I don't get dislikes, but a lot of people don't like the video. They just comment or view it. But
I get likes.
I get likes too, just not that many.
I get
But
more than
live
you do.
stream. But you upload more than I do. I just live stream. But I am gathering some clips. I just haven't been playing Siege that much on console. So, I've been playing GTA a lot
Okay,
recently.
for the next topic, for the next event, I think earthquakes.
Earthquakes?
Earthquakes could be a thing.
You need a earthquake on a worldwide scale because
Yeah.
earthquakes typically don't. See, what you're thinking, if you're thinking of worldwide earthquakes, that'd mean there would have to be an earthquake large enough to trigger all the other fault lines worldwide, which in turns would cause tsunamis, hurricanes.
The question I have, how would that end the world? Like, when I'm thinking, like, it's not like the world's just gonna shrink or something.
It's not gonna
No, but if an earthquake hits a power plant and the power plant explodes and it's a nuclear power plant, I mean, we've all seen Fukushima meltdown. That was, what was it, Fukushima? I think it was Fukushima. It was a nuclear power plant that went radioactive. Chernobyl, same thing. But it wasn't caused by an earthquake. Chernobyl just had a nuclear meltdown inside of its core. But anyway, if an earthquake were to hit a power plant and the power plant had some radioactiveness, it could easily radiate towns just like Chernobyl. And, you know, Chernobyl was a pretty town before it went, well, you know.
And then we would run out of space to continue.
Yeah, because because there would be nowhere else to build up shop. Humans can't survive in radiated zones without hazmat suits. But imagine having to wear a hazmat suit every day of your every second of your life. You know,
sleeping,
eating, showering,
taking a poop, like
radioactive poop.
Like, how would that work? Like, literally.
That would be an interesting story.
How would you make babies? How would you repopulate? Like, come on. Like.
However, if land became radiated, underwater cities.
That could be true. That's
hard to radiate the
ocean.
ocean.
With the flooding thing. Like, I think you talked about that.
Well, I think that in order to prevent overpopulation, let's be honest here. Most of the Earth is underwater, right? That's just the logistic facts. So, to solve our overpopulation problem, humans are thinking small. They want to go to space, right? Yeah. However, space is as uninhabitable as underwater, right? But let's be real here. All the resources we need to build an underwater civilization are on Earth. If you go to Mars, it takes 4 months to get a spaceship over there.
Yeah.
And, and it takes, like, I don't know, a boat and maybe a day or two to get resources from land to underwater, right?
Why don't we just move up to the moon and live on the moon instead of
That's
Mars?
what NASA's doing right now. They're going to the moon to stay there in 2024. NASA was supposed to have this done about 2 years ago, but NASA's so underfunded. Because, the government just doesn't like space travel as much as they once did. But, it is what it is, I guess. Another scenario after earthquakes and a fire, like a really big fire.
Big fire?
I feel like fires wouldn't do as much.
Well, if they aren't controlled, fires can go for days.
Yeah, but it ain't going to expand across an ocean to another continent.
That's true.
So next thing, underwater cities. Until all trees and grass are gone, and then oxygen is gone, if that's how it works.
Yeah.
It's like,
but, I mean,
big fire.
We're forgetting one. We're talking natural disasters. You know what the biggest cause that could end the world are? Humans themselves.
That is true. Like nuclear
fallout,
detonation, or just overpopulating.
I mean, the Cold War was just a whole big mass of the world fearing for nuclear Armageddon. I mean, between the Soviets and the United States, because I mean,
or pollution could end the world.
Yeah, kind of the thing we just.
Yeah. I mean, the world is been around for a long time. I mean, 4 billion years is a long time. I think it was 4 billion, or was it 4 million? No, it's 4.6 billion years, according to my science class last year.
No, according to my science class, what do you know? True state facts.
According to Miss Casey. But,
definitely not false. This is true content right
or
here.
Just...
How long's the Earth been around? I think it was 4.6 billion years. Pretty sure it was 4.6 billion years.
That would be 4.54 billion years.
I was close. 4.54 can be easily rounded up to 4.6. Well, that's quite a lot of years I'm missing there.
Approximately 1/3 of the age of the universe, though.
The age of the universe, that's like... When has it not existed? Like, come on now.
The Earth existed, or according to science, the universe has existed for at least 2 or 3 eons.
Mm-hmm.
And eons is I don't really know how long an eon is compared to other measurements of time. So I know if you go, a decade's 10 years, a century's 100.
14 billion years is the long for the universe.
Is an eon? 14 billion years is 1 eon?
Yeah, I think so.
Are you sure about that? No. How long? Well, how long's an eon is what you want to search, not how long has the universe existed.
See how long an eon is.
Well, the universe has existed for 14 billion years. That's what Google says. Again, the picture that I have right here, the background, not the words. I do not own this picture, but I do own the words that are on it.
Well, actually,
Yeah.
I own.
But an eon
the
in
red
science is
words.
about 14. Is about a billion years. So the universe has been in here for like 14
eons. Okay, that sounds about right. We're getting off topic again, but that's just what we do best, and that's part of podcast. Getting off topic is easy.
Most definitely. So we were talking.
We were researching. That's what we
Yeah,
were
we're
doing.
researching. We're getting true facts, true stated facts from researching.
Oh, what happened to all the coffee?
I had 2 cups.
You drank all of it?
No. Your mom helped.
Dude,
Aiden helped.
I had a big cup.
Dang it, I'm gonna have to make another cup of coffee.
Okay.
Yeah, well, we can do that after.
Yeah, I know.
We can have some more coffee.
What, Mom?
So is the pot turned off?
Yeah, the pot's turned
Yeah,
off.
there's no light on.
Okay, thanks, guys.
Anyway, now that we've officially reported that I don't have coffee.
Let's
I know.
go, baby.
Another how would the world end scenario. Let's see.
I think we got over most of
Volcanic eruptions? Yes.
Volcanic eruptions can also tie in with
like, what's the
earthquakes.
biggest volcano
Yeah.
on land right now?
I want to say Mount Vesuvius. I think that's how you pronounce it. The one with Pompeii, or is it Mount St. Helens?
Because, like we said, all earthquakes
I know it's not the
going
Hawaii
through,
volcano.
like all earthquakes going through, because earthquakes cause volcanoes to erupt as well, don't they?
The biggest
Mhm.
volcano
So
on
technically
Earth
it-
is Mauna Loa, is runner-up to Tamu Massive. And
Where's
the
it
world's biggest
located at?
volcano. It's also an enormous ocean volcano.
Where's
Mauna Loa is one of the 5 volcanoes in the Big Island of
Oh,
Hawaii.
so it is on Hawaii.
It is the most recent eruption was in 1984, and the Mauna Loa was spewed lava 33 times in the past 170 years.
Wow.
So the Mauna Loa is the biggest volcano.
No.
So
no.
what if all volcanoes
Ma-
erupted?
Tamu Massif is the world's biggest volcano because Mauna Loa is the runner-up.
Okay, yeah. So that's the second biggest.
So what if
Okay.
all?
I always thought Mount St. Helens was the biggest volcano in the world, but if
No.
all the volcanoes in the world erupted at the same time,
Yeah, that would. I mean, it'd be caused by earthquakes. So technically, there's earthquakes going on as well.
we're forgetting
And-
another big one: black holes.
Black holes. That's not a natural disaster.
Yeah,
in the
technically
world.
it's a natural disaster.
I mean,
Space is
technically,
natural.
Space.
The
Yeah.
Tamu Massive is an extinct submarine shield volcano in the Northwest Pacific Ocean.
According to Google Maps, it's just a piece of ocean.
Yeah.
Oh yeah. Thanks for the quality locations, Google. So,
Well, it's a submarine volcano.
but black holes. Isn't it like
Is that? Where's that noise coming from?
that's screeching, reaching?
That's your phone. His phone's playing a YouTube video.
I didn't even do this.
You must have not turned your phone off.
I probably did not. Okay. Well, our apologies for copyrighted sound effects.
No, they probably couldn't hear it. That mic
Yeah.
doesn't pick up audio that well. Apologies for the
All I
inconvenience.
see is just this old guy on like a America's Got Talent kind of a desk thing. It's like.
Okay, then.
Making this weird face.
So back to
Okay.
the topic of black holes ending the Earth.
Yes.
Black holes were just in the Earth. They didn't in the solar system.
They just
Yeah.
absorb it. That's it.
Yeah.
We're dead.
Although we have had the first official picture of a black hole about a month or two ago. It's not what CGI makes it look out to be.
It's not even. I mean, I think I've seen a black hole, like image before, or not an image, like a thing or whatever it is. I don't really know a lot about them really.
I could always
All
just,
I know is that they suck stuff and they kill.
I could always take a pic. I could always just record a picture of our voices talking over the black hole.
Nah.
No, not worth it. Okay. Well,
Not worth it.
if you want to figure out what a picture of black hole is,
Just
I
search
will
up
leave.
black hole.
I will leave the link to an image in the description
Literally,
below.
just search up black hole.
Yeah, but if you just search black hole, you're gonna find a bunch of random
Black
stuff
spheres.
that's CGI and totally fake.
Search up black hole NASA.
Yeah, that's it right there. That
Yeah.
big red dot right there. Yeah.
Let me see. I kind of.
I'll leave a link to the image in the description below.
That.
Mm-hmm.
That's,
That's
the
what it
official,
looks like?
That's an
That's
official
so
black hole,
weird.
yeah.
Dang, I actually did not expect that.
It's such low res, but that's what you get for using a
It's got
space
like
telescope.
It's got like this orangish kind of a thing around it, and it's super weird. It kind of looks like an eclipse if you think. Like, look at that.
Oh, like
Yeah.
a solar eclipse. Yeah, I guess it does
Yeah.
kind of look like a solar eclipse.
It's kind of odd.
Oh, speaking of solar eclipses, if the sun went out, like if the sun just suddenly lost light, stopped producing light, it wouldn't be an instant death. I mean, it would take days.
Yeah, it would take days to, like, for the whole world.
Or to officially cool down to a point where no one can survive on it.
Yeah.
I say like a week or two is when we'd stop being able to go outside without, you know,
we
major
probably start
thermal
to move
protection.
underground because the core, and we can use that as
Yeah,
heat.
to have cryogenic protection.
But overpopulation again, and that because
and
we're
with the
just
oceans freezing over, because the oceans would get cold first. The oceans are already
it
cold.
would freeze, so we would run out of water.
The oceans would just freeze all.
There's still ways to get water out of frozen, but
Yeah, you
At a
just get
frozen
the
water
ice
source?
and you melt it. I
In the
guess
fire.
it's kind of how fresh
it's
water.
kind of hard to start a fire without oxygen.
That is true.
And the trees would freeze, so there'd be no oxygen.
So technically, if we moved underground, we would have to.
Just figure out how to create
It'd be-
artificial air.
Yeah, it'd be pretty limited actually. So we
use
probably
our
won't
breath.
survive.
When we blow out, we don't create oxygen though. We create
we
carbon
use
dioxide.
it. We use it, and then
When we breathe in the oxygen in the air. When we breathe out carbon dioxide, which is what the trees use to create more oxygen. This has been. I feel like we're a Bill Nye podcast right
this
here.
is a depressing podcast. Like very depressing. We're talking about how the world ends, how people die, how we run out of oxygen, how we lose space and population. It's pretty messed up, to be honest.
Again, I'm trying to come up with some
Well,
interesting
that's
topics.
how end of the world scenarios are like.
Maybe.
You can clearly tell we don't know what we're doing.
Yeah,
here.
we didn't really plan this out. This is kind of why I asked before.
Yeah, but
like
we
a
were
script
short
kind
for
of thing.
time because I woke up late and he came over late. So then I had to do the dishes and chores and all that, make lunch, breakfast, and dinner and all that.
Robot.
They don't care about that.
Well, they do now.
Well, oof.
Hey, if anyone cares, it'll be voltage and bat.
There'll be more
What
voltage
about
than
that. Yeah.
robots?
Artificial intelligence taking over the world. Now
Yeah.
that is a futuristic topic
Like things
too.
like robots, like war robots. They're used to attacking people if they're using war,
Or
but then
robots
they
that-
end up betraying their own country or whatever.
Heck, you know
by
what?
seeing them.
Cognitive intrusion could be another way to end the world.
What's that?
Okay, so one subconscious mind enters another person's subconscious mind, and they warp the mind into telling them that they are evil and horrible, and then they pretty much become a mindless drone and do whatever the host says, or whatever the person who warped the mind. So mind control, essentially.
So what's that?
Basically, it means you mind control someone to make them your puppet, and you tell them to go on a murderous rampage. Since they're mind controlled, they have no morality, so they don't feel like pain when they kill a human, or they don't feel
They
sick,
don't feel guilt.
or anything like that.
Yeah.
They
just do it.
they're like a war machine. They just go up there and just shoot people with no respect for human life.
So yeah, they just do their thing. And would they make a civilization? Because they're mindless and they're only told to do one purpose. And there are some that have purposes to build things, but robots don't have a purpose to tell one of those building ones.
Yeah, but
to
that's also considering
do
that
it.
robots are sentient.
Well, is that possible?
To make a sentient robot with modern technology, not yet.
Well, I know, but
But
is
in
it
the
possible
future,
to give a robot feelings?
or brain, I guess
A
you
brain.
need.
You'll
I
need
mean,
human
I don't
brain.
know. I'm not sure about human anatomy, but I'm pretty sure that. Go ahead, Mom. I guess.
You could program it to pretend like it has feelings, to respond a certain way when certain words are said.
That is true.
So basically, what you just said is you could program a robot to have feelings to respond to certain events, and what
So
how you would
responses.
respond. Yeah, responses.
Yeah, and then once they, it's kind of like how the human mind works. Like, it's kind of like seeing that white.
Yeah, but in
Cabinet
order to make a
thing, I
robot
respond
sentient,
to
I'm
it.
pretty sure emotions come from the heart, right? That's why when we have bad feelings, don't our emotions...
It won't actually be having the feelings, but it will be saying certain things in response to when it hears certain
Yeah, there's that. Or you could just give a robot an artificial heart and an artificial brain, and that would make it human-ish. And then it would have a metal body. or whatever material you made it out of.
I don't think
Yeah.
a heart makes emotion.
I guess that's more like creating a clone.
The heart doesn't make emotion.
Yeah, it's just anything that keeps you alive. It doesn't have anything to do with emotion.
You're gonna have to talk louder, Lane.
It doesn't have anything to do with emotion. It's just the heart that keeps the human alive.
I guess yeah, because heart pumps blood. Then I guess then emotions come from the brain. That's
yeah,
right.
it's just brain. People, cartoons and stupid stuff say, "Oh, you hurt my heart because you denied me when I asked for the marriage. You broke my heart. You broke my heart." Like, it's kind of stupid when people or cartoons and crap say that. It's kind of dumb.
Another thing, bionic humans. If you put cybernetic implants into humans, you can make them weaponized. So like give like humans a cybernetic eye. They can shoot laser beams or something like that out of their eyes.
Make their eyebrows turn into mini cannons.
Oh my god.
You put in your eyebrows, and that's what I was thinking.
Just
You're about to say,
imagine
like,
having
make their
a-
eyebrows turn into mini
Just
cannons.
imagine having a dinner with like a whole bunch of weaponized people, just like playing poker at.
Can
like,
you
a
heat up the
bar.
turkey? Laser eyes the turkey.
You put it down the wrong bet. Now it's time to die. He puts up their fist and just shoots an entire laser
Like a
cannon.
wrist rocket launcher
I don't
pops
think-
out of their wrist.
I don't think the government would do that because
I don't think the government would authorize civilians to have
Giving civilians just powerful
heat vision
weapons would
for
be
per se.
pretty bad.
Yeah,
Giving everybody
maybe something
superpowers.
harmless like X-ray vision or
I mean, if the
climate
government-
control, maybe.
If the government was stupid enough to do that, then yeah, the whole world would just be screwed because who needs to follow the law when you got superpowers and weaponized body parts?
Yeah, but then again, that could also fall under the Second Amendment. Weapons are technically a weapon, so I mean, the Americans have the right to bear arms. That includes cybernetic eyes that shoot laser beams because it's still a weapon.
Well, isn't there like restrictions to like bring weapons into
That's
like, a
true.
school
Like
or-
If you
Americans
did-
can't
if you
own
did-
rocket launchers or frag grenades without a special license.
Mhm.
That is true.
You can own a rocket launcher.
But
You have to have a
can't
special license, and you have to prove that you can use one too.
Mm-hmm.
They can't just give anybody a rocket launcher. Mr. Beast.
Literally, dude.
But a grenade launcher.
How many bullets does it
We
take to
love
stop
you,
a
Mr.
piece of
Beast.
paper?
We love you, okay? We don't hate you.
But grenade launchers work.
See,
You
civilians
can have
own
a grenade launcher.
Yeah.
You just can't only frag grenades or.
Can you
rocket
imagine having a
launcher.
50 caliber mounted LMG?
Oh.
I mean, if you think
Ooh,
about
imagine
it,
shooting that.
if you think about it, why would anybody be scared to break the law if they got these weapons and stuff? Like, sure, there'll be more people.
Yeah, but
with
if-
weapons
if
surely
that'll
we'd have no
stop
money
you.
because they'd be robbing banks.
Yeah, that would be true.
Just be like, hey, give me
Yeah.
all the money, please.
Logistically
What do you
speaking.
do with your fist?
But think about this: the person that
okay.
he's told to give the money has weapons too.
Yeah, see?
So he can
beca-
just fight
if
fire
civilians have ones, police or law enforcement will clearly have better ones. Think of it this way. We have Glock 17s, right? Civilians have Glock 17s, while the military can use a fully automatic SCAR assault rifle. I mean, what are you going to do against
A
that?
scar.
See, but of course with
FN SCAR,
with
maybe.
bionetic materials inside your body, you can easily the police officers can easily have like an EMP.
That can,
basically.
yeah, that can shut down the chip. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
Shut down those cybernetic implants. But that then again,
To neutralize the target.
it could also neutralize people who are using implants maybe to walk or maybe to keep themselves alive from cancer, so they got to be careful.
Yeah.
Because what if one of their hostages requires a cybernetic implant to survive, you know?
Mhm.
Or, heck, even move. Like I said earlier.
I don't think the government would be stupid enough to do that. I don't think.
I
it's
think it would be
possible.
used for a medical use rather than a weaponized use.
That's what the
Mhm.
government will do.
I think medical uses would be more likely.
I mean, imagine having a chip that can make someone paralyzed from the neck down walk again. That's helpful. But then giving someone a chip to shoot
So their
rapid fire
entire arms
machine
turn
guns
into a giant
so they
laser
become the
cannon like Mega
Terminator.
Man?
I mean, come on.
yeah, that's a bit
Or
ridiculous.
their entire arm
I don't
turned
think the
into a
government.
laser cannon like Mega Man? Just
Or like
I don't think
Iron
the
Man?
government would do that.
Iron Man.
who's dead now, but you know,
Yeah.
we gotta cry.
There's no
Rip.
way.
Rip Iron Man. Should have been Captain America.
Endgame spoilers.
Should have been Captain Marvel. What do you mean?
Everybody watch out.
No,
Endgame
she's hot.
spoilers is
Captain
like
America
going
hits
through
someone
what
who
I'm
needs to
saying.
die.
No, Captain America never should have left.
He sucks.
He turned
He's
old
stupid.
and left. He's still gone.
Well, he wanted the
All he
freaking-
has is a shield. Without that shield, he's just someone who knows how to
He doesn't
punch.
have a shield anymore. He gave it away.
It's a
Yeah,
War Machine.
he gave it to the.
War Machine.
No, he.
Yes, he did. He gave it to the Black Iron Man. War Machine is his name. Silver
Oh.
Suit Iron Man.
Oh yeah.
Wait.
Should have given it to Spider-Man, dude. Like Homecoming. Ooh, that
Don't
was
call
cool.
him.
No,
Volcano,
Spider-Man's the new Iron Man.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Yeah.
Spider-Man's.
Serious?
Did you not watch the trailer for Far From Home?
I am so upset.
Spider-Man
Man's-
has an entire cybernetic suit and everything.
Iron Man is gone.
Yeah.
You didn't. You saw Endgame with me. You saw him die.
Tony Stark finally left being Iron Man.
She was watching the movie with me. You
What?
didn't see them have a funeral for him?
Oh, did you know that
Thought he
Thor
came
wore Crocs to
back.
that funeral?
What?
What?
Thor wore Crocs to the funeral.
Really?
Yeah.
Oh.
You hang on a second. I'm gonna see if I can find it.
No, we're not.
No, we're trying to do a podcast.
Yeah,
I'll talk about
we're talking about
Endgame.
realistic stuff, not Endgame.
This is why we can never do anything right.
Oh my gosh. Okay, so back to end of the world scenarios instead of Endgame. What if Thanos came alive and destroyed the world?
Snap.
I don't think I can find it.
Stop with the Endgame.
Okay,
full
I
stop.
don't think I
okay.
can find it.
What other things can end the world? Because we talked about robots.
We did
Weather.
space. We did water. We did
I mean,
earthquakes,
there's-
volcanoes.
There's way more space things that we can think of.
Yeah, space is really the biggest way that can end the world.
Nuclear attacks.
We talked about
nuclear
humans
war.
ending the world with weapons.
Yeah, but that doesn't go in further into nuclear attacks and all that.
Meteorite shower hitting the moon.
That's what I talked about already.
I mean, North Korea really hates
Well,
We
that's-
can go an entire global nuclear war.
We
We've
really
already
could.
talked about
World
humans
War
ending the
Three.
world.
Yeah, but that's just different. That was just humans.
In general.
Yeah,
Yeah. I guess
that's not the entire nuclear wars that could happen,
So
where it just destroys the entire Earth into nothing.
I don't think it would just. I don't think it would destroy the whole world. I mean, it might. Depends on how crazy and dumb humans are. I don't know. I think we should come up with a different subject though.
Different scenario, you mean?
Scenario. Subject scenario.
Okay. Loss of oxygen.
How would that work? What could
Trees
what
stop
if-
producing oxygen, so no one can breathe, and everyone suffocates very slowly, very painfully.
So how would that happen?
They actually watched a video on this once. What would happen if oxygen disappeared for 5 seconds?
Well,
all
I've heard
buildings
that
made of
I
concrete?
heard your earlobes would like explode or something.
Well, that and all concrete buildings would just crumble because
Mhm.
oxygen is what makes the concrete dry and stick.
Mhm.
And basically, if you don't know how concrete works, is you pour powder down. It's called quickcrete. And then you pour water on it, and then the oxygen in the air dries it and turns it into concrete. Well, without that oxygen, it would turn it to a liquid thing and just crumble, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
So wouldn't like
Any building made of concrete, KNBC. Any steel building would start rusting really fast. I think that's how it works. Plants would die like that.
We could hold our breath for 5 seconds.
Yeah, but there's just also
there's
a
way
possibility that
more
there'd be a lot
things.
more damage for 5 seconds than you think.
Yeah.
You know, and it would take a long time to repair. 5 seconds becomes like a year or two worth of repair all across the world.
And a lot of money. We'd go back to the Stone Ages.
Ooh, tornadoes.
tornadoes.
Mhm.
That's a good one. And hurricanes, which is kind of like sea levels.
I hate tornadoes, dude. They're like my least favorite form of natural disaster.
They're pretty. I don't know. Like, what's the? I mean, I've heard about the biggest tornado, but how would there be a tornado big enough to destroy the whole world?
Well, that's the thing about tornadoes is
It's-
there's no limit to how big they can get.
It doesn't matter how big they are. It's the number of
Yeah.
tornadoes.
Not to mention how long they're on the ground. A couple of weeks ago, there was a tornado that was on the ground for at least 3 hours and traveled from the center of Kansas over to the northwestern Missouri. Past us, but we got lucky. Anyway, another thing about tornadoes is there's no limit to how big tornadoes can get. Like F5, that's a pretty big tornado, but tornadoes can get the Fujita scale. I think that's what it's called. How they measure tornadoes. I think that scale keeps getting bigger and bigger the more tornadoes that happen every year. I mean, eventually there could be F20 tornadoes, and oh my god, that could be really big. I think the biggest tornado is like an F7 that I've heard of, but I don't watch the news that much because the news is depressing. Is that thunder?
Looking at the scale, yeah, we're currently like F5 right now still, but
Oh, it looks like it's gonna storm again.
Oh, really?
Oh, that'd
Yeah,
be
but
great.
the F5 tornadoes, the intensity phrase is an incredible tornado. The wind speed is 261 to 318 miles per hour.
So basically, you couldn't even stand. You would not be able to stand.
Strong frame houses
Fly
lifted
off.
off foundations and carried considerable distance would disintegrate. Automobile-sized missiles fly through the air excessive of 100 meters. Trees debarked, steel-reinforced concrete structures badly damaged.
See, that's the thing, though. And all mobile homes will be torn right off the ground. But here's the thing: the last F5
Any home will be torn off the ground
Yeah.
and shot like an entire missile.
Yeah, the last F5 tornado I heard about was in Joplin,
Uh-huh.
and they are scary, really scary. But that's the thing about
Imagine getting a house-sized missile thrown at you.
Yeah. That's you're in a car driving. Here comes McDonald's. Oh crap!
I know I like
I don't want a French fry.
I know I like
I'm
McDonald's.
on a meat-free diet.
Come here, boy.
Oh man, that does not sound good.
No, I think this is the first podcast we've done where we've successfully gone more than 10 minutes without having to stop and start again.
Dude.
Uh-huh.
This might just be a one-clip recording. I might not even have to edit it at all, besides adding my
Let's
intro and outro.
Just don't. Come on, why do you gotta add an intro and outro?
Because
High quality.
High quality.
high-quality content means outro and intro.
Most definitely.
Yes. Again, thanks Voltage for the intro and outro.
Wait, he made that?
Yeah, he did.
Voltage made it.
Oh, really? Okay, interesting.
Multi-underscore dosage on YouTube.
See, we got to put comedy in here. That is what the comedy we're looking for. That's
An entire McDonald's coming after you.
Ronald
I know I like
McDonald's
fast
on
food,
that
but
Not that fast.
yeah.
Oh,
No, but like Lane just said, imagine Ronald McDonald just riding on top of it.
He's like,
just standing on top of it, T-posing. Be like, come here.
no. Okay, so you know how there's two types of McDonald's. There's the ones people buy to run, and they're called franchise businesses, and then they're the ones the official business McDonald's sets up, right? Clearly, the ones that are set up by official businesses look old and run down.
Yeah.
But the one that are franchises look really nice. Anyway, the ones that are franchises is the one you'll find kiosk at right now. But can you imagine if I were going to build a McDonald's, I'd make sure Ronald McDonald was T-posing on it, and I'd build it in a spot where tornadoes are likely. So when it picks it up,
just so that
and you just see Ronald McDonald T-posing falling at you, and you're like, oh, gotta put my pedal to the metal.
Oh, let's
man.
go.
Here comes. He goes, and he just shouts, "Here's Ronnie!"
It's just a big statue of him.
Wow.
Oh man.
That's just on the roof.
Another way
Better
the
hope
world
that doesn't
could
collapse the
end. What if people? I mean, that's another thing. Robots. Like, what if people got way too unhealthy to
Survive to thrive.
take care of themselves?
So it's like Wall-E.
Yes. Yes.
a Wall-E
actually.
situation.
Yeah.
All right.
Mm-hmm. I mean, yeah, Wall-E is actually.
We have entire motherships, so fat people floating around.
Or yeah, like another thing is the ozone layer that protects the Earth from like
That
gases from
could
the sun.
collapse.
The ozone layer just breaks and stops working, and then we get all those solar flares. They would hit us, and
Wipe
solar
us out
storms are.
easily.
Solar storms happen even now. They're just like more common in hotter locations like California, Los Angeles,
Yeah.
Nevada, all the places close to the equator. The solar flare storms are more common there. Thankfully, we don't have to deal with solar flares because solar storms mess with the technology a lot. But another thing I guess is, how do I want to do this? How do I want to say this topic? I don't really know what topic I was talking about. Fat cat takes over the world.
It's fat cat.
My fat cat.
Oh.
Yeah, Dottie.
No.
Yeah.
Animal takeover.
Oh.
Like
Animals become sentient.
Yeah.
Let's be honest here. Humans are way more fragile than most animals. Like lions and tigers, dude, and bears, oh my. They could easily
But
take over
still.
the wild.
But
The
still, if
wild.
animals were to evolve and adapt
in an
more
intelligent
better
way.
than us humans,
To become sentient, perhaps.
then they could take over.
Like if animals be able
'Cause they're
to, were
tough.
able to think like humans, like they had brain
But
process.
think better than humans.
Yeah, like they were able
like
to.
1,000 IQ animals, dude. Imagine.
I'm just imagining Dottie
Imagine animals
putting a
just slowly
cyanide
creeping up
covered
behind
cloth
you
over
and
my
just-
face in my sleep.
No.
How did he die? His cat murdered him. Well, that's a shame.
I mean, Charles got a good topic. Animals becoming intelligent, because there are some that have way more higher durability than us. And
let's be honest.
toughness.
Humans are the weakest creatures on the planet.
Not really.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, they are.
Fish are stronger than humans.
They are.
Yeah.
That's
They have
crazy.
scales. Not to mention, humans have no instinct to fight back. Well, they can fight back, but think of it this way. Catfish have poisonous fins.
Yeah.
Tigers have claws and teeth, really sharp teeth. And, birds can fly away and, puck people and, dispense their favorite white liquid all over you.
And humans can
humans,
punch things.
Humans just have hands, and they punch things. And we can't even
Hands
punch
or
hard
craft-
objects.
Or makeable weapons.
The only thing that's made us the top tier.
Yeah, because this
animal-
ain't no Ark where we could punch down a tree
Yeah.
or punch
Or
an entire
Minecraft.
rock. Yeah.
Where you can
But,
break rock with your bare hand.
The thing that makes us the top tier is our intelligence.
Yeah, we can think.
Because we can make
There
weapons
goes your mom.
to fight back.
She just took the car.
Oh.
Oi! You can't leave without me, mate! I think she's pulling it up to take Lane home when it's time.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
Which actually, it's almost 8:30 right now.
yeah.
We got
But-
20 minutes.
But the thing is, that's why we're so advanced comparing to other animals, because they're intelligent and
Yeah.
they can make things.
Yeah.
But if animals became more intelligent than us, there would obviously be a war or something like that.
Yeah, but even with guns, animals might be able to overtake humans. There was
Because
a
they're
war in
tougher,
Australia
yeah.
called the Emu War. And if you don't know, emus is Australia's native birds. It's their national bird, how we have bald eagles. There's
Yeah.
an emu. And they went to war with the emus. Because the emus were taking down crops. And oh my god, every other country looked at Australia and laughed because they were so stupid that they went to war with a bird. Oh my gosh. Imagine just
Imagine,
all right, mate, there's about
imagine one animal making an entire army of animals and coming after you.
That's pretty much what they did. They targeted farmers' crops, broke into the cities, broke into shops, I think.
Yeah, those emus are just starting to
Kill
learn.
them all. No, but imagine a bunch of Americans gathering up with 12-gauge shotguns coming after bald eagles. Here, little eagle.
Imagine if the eagles could pick up entire rocket launchers.
Oh yeah.
Oh my god.
They just fly around and
Just flying around with a giant
9/11
rocket
all
launcher.
over again.
Hey,
Who needs a-
let's go.
Who needs a jet
I want to fight
if you
you.
got an eagle with a
Rocket
nuke
launcher.
on?
Imagine eagles flying. Imagine lions flying an entire jet.
Yeah.
Dude,
An
that'd be
entire
awesome.
nuclear
That'd be
filled
awesome.
jet.
Dude, can you imagine cybernetically or biologically modifying an eagle to poop nuclear poop? When it poops, it
That's-
causes a mini nuclear
You
explosion.
just feed them
Go to Canada and fly, my friend.
You feed them things that
You
make
feed him
them
1,000
poop out crap.
tacos from Taco Bell. Fly to Canada, my friend.
Fly, just don't crap over here.
Just
You gotta,
don't
you
crap
gotta
in
do
there.
it like on the borderline.
Yeah, you gotta be
Here.
like at Niagara
Now
Falls.
go.
Fly into Wisconsin. Not Wisconsin. Vancouver. Go.
Oh wow, we are making good subject today.
We're
fellas.
dark. We're really dark. Anyway, we're about
Just like
43
it is outside.
minutes in.
Ooh.
That's because it's about to rain. We're about 43 minutes into this podcast.
Yeah.
We might be ending it shortly because Lane has to leave shortly.
Mm-hmm.
Oh well.
He said, "Oh well." Kind of wish Lane could spend the night, but we probably know we can't.
Yeah. What
So-
other ways could the world end?
I think we should bring the podcast to a close. 45 minutes isn't too bad.
I think human segregation.
Dude, no racism on this channel.
It's not racist.
I
No.
know,
No,
but
it's not racist. What if humans separate themselves from everybody?
And then
Humans separate themselves from the rest of civilization.
Yeah.
No contact with anybody. You could easily lose food and everything.
without communication, a lot
You
of
can
things
run
would
out
go
of
south.
food. You can run out of water.
Mm-hmm.
Things you need to survive. Things
Yeah.
you need to thrive.
That's
you would
another.
lose.
That's another subject. What if we run out of fresh water?
Salt water can be can be made safe.
As
but-
as long as you know how to filter
Yeah, but
water.
Because water
You
is
really
surprisingly
could never
really
run out
I mean,
small compared
the water
to
we
the-
drink in Independence, the water that's in my faucets over there, doesn't come from the Missouri River. It comes from some oasis somewhere.
Uh-huh.
Now, certain areas in this area, like Buckner, I think gets their water from the Missouri River.
Yeah.
But
Swear, each time we talk about our location in the
we
podcast,
give away our address even more.
Yeah,
Good
it just
job.
slowly
Good job,
narrows
Ethan.
people to our locations.
You're gonna have people hunt us. Freaking voltage is gonna come and
We're all
eat
gonna
us.
need to go online and mask ourselves permanently, dude.
Yeah, thanks a lot.
You better start learning how to hack.
But shut up.
The heck are you pressing?
I don't know. I was turning up the volume for the headsets that don't make volume.
Oh, alright. So,
Because he's
yeah.
smart.
Yeah, so, yeah, running out of water could be another thing, right?
Yeah.
So-
I think we're going to bring this podcast to a close.
Yes.
It'll be about 45 to 46 minutes long after uploading. Actually, it'll be probably 47 after I add the intro and outro. But, yeah, this has been the 100 Days to Eternal Night podcast. I'm your host, it's Axel. This is my co-host, Trixhoff.
Peace.
And we have a special guest star today of
Finally
Zap
was able to say
Destroyer.
that.
Subscribe to my channel.
Yeah, subscribe to Zap
Unsubscribe to
Destroyer.
Ethan X Axel.
Oh, no.
Yes.
No. Also, make sure you subscribe to Voltage_Doses on YouTube, because if you don't, he's going to self-promote my chat anyway.
And he's gonna come make some memes about you not subscribing.
Also, make sure to follow me on Twitter, on Instagram as well. The links are in my About on my YouTube. If you're on a computer, you can also click them on my channel art. On a phone, it doesn't work that way, but you know what? It is what it is.
Follow me on Twitter at Trixov. Subscribe to my channel.
If you enjoyed this podcast, leave a like and subscribe. I know for those of you who have been around since the Kyle Chat podcast, I know these podcasts aren't
A lot of
nearly
things have changed.
as interesting as those, but I'm working on that to try and I'm setting in the kinks right now to try and make things go smoothly with the rest of the crew. So stay patient on that one. Again, we are almost at 40 subscribers. I did not think that was possible. Once I reached 20, I was like, I've been here before. This is where it ends, right? You know. But then when I reached 30, I was like, wow, this is something. And if I reach 40 or 50, you know, it's great. I mean,
50's a big step up.
Yeah.
It's not, okay, if we reach, if both me and Ethan reach 100 subscribers by the end of this year, we're definitely going somewhere.
Mhm.
Ethan might not be doing it as a job, but I can probably see myself doing it.
Oh, wow.
Wow.
You've already just said that you weren't going to.
Hey, if I reach 100 subscribers, that'll give me motivation to start doing YouTube full time. Well, full time-ish. I still have school in the way, but you know what? It is what it is. If we
Yeah,
can
your
reach
mom's not letting you drop out on that one.
no, unless I reach 2,000 and start making money. Hey,
Yeah.
if I can make a successful amount of ad revenue off of YouTube, then I won't need to go to school. But I still have to go to school anyway because I need a high school diploma in case YouTube goes south after a while.
Yeah.
Always gotta think ahead and have backups in case things don't work your way. Anyway, this has been drawn out. Look forward to seeing more of Lane in the next couple of podcasts. I actually quite enjoyed having him on this podcast today.
Not going to be offensive against Rick Gold, but we kind of like Lane more.
Well,
Everybody loves me, okay?
Rick Gold just
Everybody has
doesn't put forth the effort on the podcast. If you paid
Yeah.
attention, he was just
Let's
like
see.
he was just like
He's
here
on
and there.
his phone.
Yeah, he was on his phone the whole time, or you know, messing around on YouTube, you know, and he put like yeah or no or just.
This is all he was literally doing.
He's gonna yell at me for saying this, by the way.
He is. Oh well.
Anyway,
That's
I
a
will
risk we're
see
willing
you
to
all
take.
in the next podcast. I might be live streaming Siege sometime in the future. I'm also gathering clips together for Siege. I have some.
You're making a
Actually-
montage?
No, just a video.
Oh, man.
I could make a montage. If
I can help you.
He's not. He wants to try and make a funny moments like mine.
No, I can't
Like
do
my
funny
rainbow
moments.
tears, they'd help.
I can't do funny moments. I don't have enough funny.
He's not funny.
clips. I'm not funny, so I can't do funny moments. But yeah, I will see you all in the next podcast. Thank you for listening. Peace.
Bye.